Hello everybody, welcome to Voice Out Seekers. So today we have a candidate from Mexico, Jaime Paredes. Hi Jaime, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. So
Thank you for
Jaime,
having
why
me.
don't you introduce yourself?
Well, yes, I'm Jaime Paredes. I born and raised in Mexico. I graduated as chemical process engineer in 1996. And after 20 years of experience having worked in the petrochemical, oil and gas, and energy industry, as the lead for projects and for plant operations, I have quite a lot of experiences and skills that allow me to execute, coordinate, and manage several projects, even simultaneously. So far, both in Mexico and in USA. And this for every phase of process engineering work, like field studies, basic and detailed engineering, equipment sizing, advanced in engineering simulations, including dynamic simulation with HYSYS, NIDs, PFDs, and also I'm advanced in API, ASME, NFPA, and some ISA, and in good engineering practices, and for plant operations, including support for construction, commissioning, troubleshooting, operational procedures, and the daily plant operations, steering the workforce. It could be from unionized personnel and the operations engineers, training the operators and oversee its performance.
Okay, so Jaime, like you have a lot of experience, like more than 19 years, I'm sorry. So can you tell me some of your achievements over the year, like any accomplishments?
Well, yes, I would like to tell you about my most recent positions while I work in USA as the senior process engineer and as the lead process engineer.
Okay.
I optimized the man hours for the projects, the reliability of the company through the intensive use of HYSYS.
Okay.
Implemented the best engineering practices, always adhered to API, ASME, NFPA, ISA, and the local regulations.
Okay, great.
I successfully conducted and executed multiple projects simultaneously.
Okay.
Minimizing resources, optimizing time and budgets. For instance, projects included compression stations, dehydration systems, sweetening systems, crude and condensate stabilization, and cryogenic systems,
Great.
just to say some of them.
Wow, that is fantastic. So Jaime, can you give me an example where you were able to help your team members or you were able to help them to improve their performance and wherein the project was completed successfully because of your contribution?
Yes, I remember a time when my company was hired to develop 3 projects simultaneously for the same client for oil and gas. And the top management was very upset because the project was way behind the schedule and almost run out of man hours. And the efforts of the group weren't enough. So they were very frustrated, both sides, from the client and the company. So I took over. I took with the group of 12 process engineers from junior level to very experienced engineers.
Okay.
And I managed to identify the weaknesses in regards to the skills and expertise in the engineering tools and activities. But I think that the core issue was the lack of leadership. In regards to the organize quickly to adapt according to the changes in the scope of work and to face the technical issues that came with those changes for that particular client. So I talked with my group, break down the expertise of every member of the group. We got organized and redistributed the efforts according to their skills, and at the same time that the more experienced engineers act as mentors for the less experienced. And the outcome was the project was completed in 4 months, and the client awarded us with more projects for oil and gas.
Fantastic.
And with this particular client, I led 3 more projects simultaneously.
Great. That is awesome. So like, you've kind of answered my next question, like how did it help your employer? So you have kind of answered it. So to sum it up, I will just like to ask you, like, are you looking for a job only in Mexico, or you are willing to relocate?
Oh, I'm open to relocation overseas. That's very fine for me. I have no problem with that.
Great, great. So Jamie, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that, and I'm very sure that something will come up for you.
Okay, yes, I would like to add that I
Yes.
immediately available and I'm ready to hit the ground running. And give me a call and you get my
Great,
resume full.
great. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much, man. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good day.